introduce shock or friction to it, then it explodes. It detonates very, very rapidly. This is actually stronger than TNT.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to C4 Table Talk, where we give y'all anything anime, Marvel, pop culture, DC cartoons, whatever the case may be, that's pop culture. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give it to y'all. That's why y'all here. And it's been a little while, but we back. Hopefully getting back onto a consistent schedule. But you know how that goes. It's your boy Mari. And we got that boy Lucas with us.
What up, everybody?
We got that boy Dave with us.
What's good, y'all?
And actually today we do got that boy Brandon with us.
What up, y'all? It's been a minute, but we back.
He back with us. And today we got a nice episode for y'all. We kind of been talking about anime a little bit, but I know some of y'all out there probably wondering about the animes that we do be talking about. So we're gonna give y'all some starter animes to get yourselves into. So if you're looking to get into anime, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna give y'all some good animes to start with. And even if you're not looking to get into anime, still look these animes up, because anime will change your life. It's just a lot deeper than what people think. A whole lot deeper. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through, probably taking turns giving an anime and reasons why we would suggest this anime as a starter anime. Probably have a lot of repeat animes, maybe not, maybe so. I don't know, we'll see. But for the first anime that I would suggest anybody to watch, first anime to start out with, I will suggest Hunter x Hunter. Now, Hunter x Hunter is a good anime. It kind of gives you a little bit of everything. Has really good characters, good story. It's got fighting in it. Everybody likes seeing fighting. Everybody likes seeing action. Story's not too complex. It's a very easy, simple story to follow along with. Characters you can fall in love with. So that's like my first anime that I would suggest anybody to watch is Hunter x Hunter.
Well, saying that was my choice, I'll just add a little bit to that. I feel like the story isn't something that's like too long or too short. Also, it's a good amount. They don't rush nothing. They do a really good job there, and like you said, it's just enjoyable. First one I ever watched, it got me involved. So
That is a good question.
That's
What is the
cat.
first anime?
what?
That's cat.
What's the first one I watched?
I know it wasn't that, 'cause I know we watched Seven Daily before that. 100% sure we watched that before. I don't remember what the first one we watched was.
Pretty sure it was
The
AOT.
first, ain't no way you started with AOT as a starter, bro. As
I'm
a
pretty
starter,
sure
that's
that's what I
first one-
started
well-
with.
I guess first one we technically watched beginning to end, or I watched beginning to end.
first
We watched
first
Seven
anime
Daily,
I
but we watched
watched.
Seven Deadly Sins from beginning to end. What you mean?
Bro, we didn't watch the last season of it because it just came out, and you said it was trash.
Oh, okay, I get you. But we watched everything that was out at that time.
That's not watching the whole thing beginning to end.
I think
That's
my
also,
argument.
also let it be known, when they say we, that's Lucas, Brandon, and David, because I didn't watch anime with them when we were in college.
Bullshitting.
Actually, I kind of did, because they would watch it in the room that I was in. So I watched episodes of stuff, but eventually watched it. The first anime I did watch was Dragon Ball Z. I started it, never finished it. I still to this day I have not finished it. But the first actual anime I think I started watching was Full Metal.
Wait, so when we started watching at the house, AOT wasn't the first one we watched?
Well, all right. I'm thinking about C3, bro. C3. I know we watched. Me and Luke. We're watching a little bit of My Hero in there. I know we watched Seven Deadly. I know you watched AOT there.
I just don't remember which one we watched first.
Yeah, me.
I just know
Bro,
we religiously at around 11 or 12 every day would put Hunter on and watch a couple episodes every night.
bro.
We'd always watch one or
every
two episodes
night.
of something every night.
Cause I remember we watched Hunter in. That was in C5. We finished Hunter in C5. If we didn't start it in C5. I know 100% we finished in C5 though, not C3.
I know 100% y'all watched Seven Deadly
And C3.
and
That was in C3.
and C3, and y'all watched Seven Deadly and I meant My Hero and C3 as well,
100%.
and Attack on Titan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I remember B Shaw would be playing the intro to
He wants One Punch Man in there too.
yeah, it was One Punch Man. That's what he'd be playing the intro to every single night.
Wait, so when
Oh,
y'all say Hunter, is that for like you suggest that be the very first one that you would suggest to people to watch?
I suggest that's the
Yes.
very first.
That should be the
Yes.
first one. Okay, I get you.
Yeah. What you put? Either one of y'all, I guess.
I put
What?
One Punch Man, and here's why. One Punch Man is you get a little bit of everything in One Punch Man. You get a little bit of comedy, you get a little bit of story, you get a lot of action, you get pretty decent animation, and it's short. It's not intimidating numbers of episodes, and it's something that just gives you a good little taste of like, okay, anime is not just titties bouncing around. You know what I'm saying? We have something more than that. And going with that, it's shorter too, so I feel like that would be a good one to start with.
You do get that in anime. Not all animes, but some.
Yeah, no, that's the stigma with that though. Like,
true. That and there's another stigma of it being in Japanese. First of all, letting this be known, these anime shows are in English. They are dubbed in English. For
most
a lot of
most
the older,
That's the only way I watch
not
them.
all of them. Most of them are.
I say a lot of the older animes you can find in English. The newer ones, probably not so much, depending on how new it is.
So, because of those reasons, as someone who has never watched anime before our second year of college, the first anime I would tell people to start with would be Arcane. Here's why. Because, there's big stigma around anime and how it's like when I first told my brothers about anime, first thing they said was, "You're watching Japanese porn." Dead ass. They always think it's like hentai, like
That's the
type.
stigma, bro. That's the stigma right
So you haven't watched Arcane first because it's more cartoonish. Like when you watch Arcane, like the animation and stuff of it almost reminds me kind of like Jimmy Neutron, low key. Like that's how the characters like look. So I feel like that would be a good starter for like newer people because they won't think of it as like that stigma of like a Japanese fucking porn, and they would think more cartoon, and then you can kind of lead them into the more of the further versions out of that.
That is actually a really good point that you made, and I actually like that's number one for that you put that as number one because Arcane is that's a really good show, and like you said, the animation on it is like really unique. Like it's like a mix between like cartoon and like kind of like comic book style a little bit, but it's like it's a really good like mixture, and that's a really good start. For my second suggestion of anime to get into, now I know David might not agree with me on this one, but Naruto, not Naruto Shippuden, just Naruto, the first half of Naruto when they're kids. Now the reason why I say this is because Naruto is a very long anime, which means that this first half of Naruto is really like probably what, like 40 something episodes. with them being as kids.
No, it's like 200, bro.
Facts.
As them as kids?
Yeah,
They're
it's like
still
200.
kids when I stopped, and they like 80 something.
Well, it seemed like it went well. That's if you watch the filler episodes. See, I skipped all the filler episodes, so for me it went by really quick. But it's a really good anime to watch. Really good characters outside of Naruto. Really good story. Good animation. You get a good plot. You get really good fight scenes. And there's a lot of characters in there that you can relate to. And shout out to my boy Rock Lee, because that man right there, he'll motivate you to do something, become something. You know what I'm saying?
Rackley.
But then you also got Naruto, who's kind of that symbol of hope. Never give up. So it's a lot. It's a really good anime. I feel like to kind of transition into these more complex animes that might be a little bit deeper and kind of like a little bit longer. So that's why I kind of like put Naruto as like the second one that I would suggest. Not the entirety of Naruto with Shippuden, just the first beginning half of Naruto with them as kids.
I guess I'll go next. For my second one, I have to go to the GOAT show. I think I have to pull it out here. It's Attack on Titan. I know it's a little complex, a lot to it, but it's honestly, I think I can argue that storyline with any show I've ever watched. It was pretty good, very good. Aaron, Mikasa, all the characters, bro. It's a great show.
At number 2, that's crazy.
I think number 3 you'll probably think the same thing, but it's okay.
Oh,
I guess I'm more for the complex person.
That just get deep and dark real quick. I don't know if I could just give that as a number
I'm
2.
gonna explain why.
Luke
I'm
is,
gonna,
Luke is a smart boy, deep thinker.
I'm gonna explain why I wouldn't put that so high up personally, but I was gonna come later. For my second one, I put Akame got killed. Here's why. Another stigma that people have about anime is that it's for kids. It's cartoons.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. This anime is gonna give you a little taste of that is not just for kids.
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a good little story, throw a little fantasy in there. Some pretty cool characters doing cool things.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know who gonna be the last man standing or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's short too, probably like 26 episodes. Some of them entertain you and get you a taste of what the darker side of anime is going to be like.
Bro, I don't think you can. Is that? I feel like that's one of the animes that you can't talk about to somebody or like tell them what it's about without spoiling them.
You just say it's about
Like it's tough because like we can't get into more details of why it is the way it is. Like what you said, like
you can't really talk about characters.
Yeah, you can't talk about characters because like it's tough. But I will say that it is
unpredictable point.
Everything that you said, that is true for that anime. I almost put it at 2 as well too. I thought about that.
Well, number 2 for me would be y'all's number 1s with Hunter x Hunter, because I feel like that is a good intro into now moving more into a more anime looking type show with a more like fun, simple story with some like fun characters, and it's something that's not hard to follow.
And 2, it's got that little adventure vibe to it.
Right. Everybody
loves
like adventures.
People easily like that.
So that's why that would be my number 2.
That is a solid number 2. For my number 3, I'm gonna go with a little newer-ish anime, and I'm gonna go with Demon Slayer. Now, Demon Slayer is a really good anime. Um, you would easily fall in love with the main character, and it kind of puts you more into the good animation style of anime. You kind of see a little bit more action in this anime, and also it's not like one of those animes that's like super complex, but it is one of those animes where you gonna have to pay like truly start paying attention. And once you get into this one, it's just like everything about it, man. It's a really good. It's not, I would say, too like deep or dark, but I mean it's still going. So we'll see kind of like where it goes from what we've seen so far. But I mean, after that second season, bro, this and the statements they done made. How do you make the animation better, Dave? Can you please tell me how do you do that?
Wait till you watch the new episode if you haven't watched it already.
I smell a demon.
Wait till you watch the new episode. You're gonna see how they did it. It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's out. It's out right now.
Yeah, the second
Oh,
one
I
should
didn't
be out
even know.
actually, since it's the second Sunday. Yeah, but
Oh, so
Yeah,
so
y'all
season
sub
3
boys
out right
have
now.
fun.
season 3 is already in action. We active.
Oh, okay, okay.
Um, yeah, those are some good points. I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't put this. Why I didn't personally put this in my top five. Since it's not in my top five at all, I'm gonna talk about this right quick. And here's why. It's I would say that Demon Slayer is simple, done right. They did it's very simple, and they did it right. It's very entertaining, all that. But the animation is the problem. That's the problem. It's too good. And when you watch something that too, you watch this, it's that good, and you're gonna expect everything
No,
else to be that good. And then
that's
when it's not that good,
that's
you're
a
not gonna
good
want to
point.
watch it.
But that's the thing. You
That's a
want to
good
get them
point.
hooked though,
But
so you
that's
got to get them interested to make them want to
But
watch these other
but
things.
that's what I'm
but
saying.
also too, I think that goes back to putting Attack on Titan at number 2, and that's why I wouldn't suggest it so early, is because that is literally probably one of the best stories you'll ever see in anime. And then after that, you're going to be comparing it to so many other anime. It's
I
like you
agree.
can't.
I agree. That's why I
You
didn't
know,
put it that early either.
it's like suggesting Marvel movies, and you suggest Endgame and Infinity War early on, and then you have people go and watch these other Marvel movies, and they're like, "Bro, what is this?"
Then they go and watch Doctor Strange, and
And Thor, and then
So like, yeah, I get what you're saying, but then too, I don't know.
you gotta think about
Well,
it. If you were to see Demon Slayer, you would expect every other anime's animation to be that good, or it's not gonna look right to you. That's why you got to get used to like regular or subpar animation that's somewhat decent, and then when you appreciate the Demon Slayer animation a lot more after that.
True.
Oh well, for my number 3, sorry, you're gonna have to think a lot again. But I'm gonna go Death Note. I think the reason I picked Death Note here is it's like a different take on the anime. I feel like most are like very action based stuff like that. This one definitely not. It's like all the thoughts that are going on being one step ahead. I think that kind of hooks me. So it's a very enjoyable watch. Not too long either. Good characters. Kind of like a anti-hero pretty situation going on. So
Stupid ending. Stupid ending. Bro, when I tell you I watched that and that ending pissed me off, bro, that shit really pissed me off. And people want to say that people want to say he's better than that Lelouch isn't better than he is smart as far as smarts and Code Geass. Come on now,
Come
that's
on, bro.
Lelouch wasn't going. Lelouch wasn't going like that, bro. Dave know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm about to step in since my third one is also Death Note, and
hey,
to pretty much highlight what Luke just said. Anime is not just about titties, not just about boxing, not just about people yelling, blowing stuff up. You know what I'm saying? It can have very thought out and intricate plots with very sophisticated characters with varying thought processes and intense moments. Like in Death Note, you didn't know what was going to happen. You don't know how far Light was going to go or what he was going to do to reach his goal. Like that's you're watching that and like, man, it's almost like you're watching like a real TV show with like with the plot that it has. And like Luke said, it's short and it's something different than what you would typically expect the anime to be like.
That's true.
It should be Lucas's turn, but I'll go next. The next one I would do.
No, Lucas went after me.
He went
Oh,
right
okay.
after me.
The next one I would do would be Seven Deadly Sins, because I feel like it's the next step in kind of like the anime complexity, like of storylines and whatnot. Like you do gotta follow attention in this one a little bit more than you do in like Hunter. So I think that's why I would put this one next. And then plus it also enters in the more how do I put this part of anime? Y'all know
Fan
what I'm talking
service.
about.
Fan service.
Yeah, it's a little bit more of the rated X version of anime, which tends to appear a lot in multiple shows. So it also introduced that fun little twist in it.
Bro, Meliodas himself.
No boundaries.
I remember seeing Seven Deadly Sins pop up like on the Netflix recommendations. I'm like, bro, what is that, bro? That look trash. Started watching that first season. I'm like, okay, it's pretty decent. It's a lot better than I expected from my initial thoughts.
Yeah, and if y'all have been around for a long time with C4 Table Talk, we've mentioned this anime before. I don't know when it was probably in Anime 101s or something. And we brought up Meliodas. So y'all people that's been around and listen, y'all know who Meliodas is. We've talked about him before. But no, I think that is a good anime out that would be suggested. Especially as like I guess a third one. But for my fourth one, now I'm gonna get a little deep into anime after kind of seeing what it's about. And I'm gonna suggest Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Now, this one is a little bit longer. This is kind of a little bit more deeper meaning of a story, a little complexity. You have good characters as far as the two main characters. Good villain, good storyline, and truthfully, you really connect with the two main characters in a way, and I think that's kind of what really draws you to this anime. Because if you was put in the same situation as them, you would have done what they did. So, I just really like this anime as kind of like that gateway into more of these deeper, complex, kind of more longer to intermediate length of animes. So I think Full Metal Alchemist is a good kind of pivot to all these other animes, especially if you kind of start watching and you're like looking for more longer animes to watch.
That opens up some doors for some messed up stuff too. Because you're gonna see a lot of messed up stuff in different animes, but this one in particular kind of hit home in regards to like what you were speaking of, like the mom and stuff like that. But like
Also, too, in most animes, the main character will not have a parent. They'll either not have a parent.
No, they won't have
Or
both parents.
They won't have both
Never
parents,
gonna catch
or
that.
they will lose both their parents.
Ugh.
So just throwing that out there right there, because that is a common theme you will see. But Luke,
Yeah, for my fourth one, this was a hard one. I was debating. Still am kind of debating. But we're going to go with one Amari does not like. And we're going to go
here we go.
My Hero. And this
Don't watch it.
this one this one's definitely a little longer still going. I think we're on season 6 right now. But
Too many seasons.
okay. Not at all compared to like Naruto and stuff, but it's okay. But seeing the
That's a
character
dope anime right there.
character development of Deku from season 1 to where he is now. Yeah, this show did a good job there. And I also kind of like the dystopian feel of this show. So I guess it's for people that like that. Uh, Hero villains, but shit, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Also, too, if you want to listen to a character that's super whiny and complains, this is the anime, especially in the first, 2, 3 seasons?
Bro, the show not
All he
that
doing is
bad.
crying. All he's doing is crying. Come on, bro.
That can be very annoying, yes, but the show is not that bad. It gets
Bro, that's like Sakura in season 1 of Naruto.
whoa, nah. Come on now. You went a little too far there, big dog. You tripping.
Big facts.
You tripping.
Bro, never will I ever finish My Hero.
I can see why that's
I'll
pretty
forever-
good. Bro, I can see why it
I'll
could be a pretty
forever
good.
be a My Hero hater. I will stand on it.
Well, you got to learn how to expand, give stuff a second chance, a shot, move forward. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm not giving that a second
Forgive
chance.
and
Hey,
forget.
he missing out, Luke. He missing out.
He
I ain't
is,
missing out on nothing.
bro. He turned up this season. I tried to tell him this earlier.
Bro, I ain't missing nothing.
But for my third one, I got my favorite anime.
That's your fourth one, by the way. But yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry, my fourth one. A little off track. I put Hunter X Hunter. You know, whatever you want to say, however you want to call it. This anime is something else. I love the adventurous aspect of it. I think at this point in the list, after you watch those three that I said before, you're ready for some longer anime, which this is over 100 episodes. You get to see the development of two boys. Pause. Yes, of course.
Okay.
Learning,
That's so good.
learning, and going
Okay,
through.
that's so good.
You know, going on an adventure together. But I like that like camaraderie they have, and like they do everything together. They train together, all that, and like how we see Gon as a child turn into something not a child. You know what I'm saying? Just that process of getting to that point and like going through what needs to be done to become what he wants to be, which is a hunter, and to find his dad. Like it's just a pretty good story overall. Got comedy, action, adventure, world building. You know, a little bit of everything in there. So that's why I put that at
Hey,
number
how
4.
old? How old is Gon and Hunter x Hunter?
12.
How old is Deku?
I want to say 12, 13 as well.
Oh, okay. It's crazy.
Well, if he's
I ain't
in
gonna
high
say
school, he
What's
probably have to be
crazy?
14. He probably have to be 14
Huh?
in high school.
I'm thinking 14. Yeah. What's crazy about it?
Bro, you whining at 14, bro? Come on, bro. You too old to be doing that.
Bro, he went from having nothing to this crazy ass power. It's gonna be some hardships.
Complaining that he didn't have a power, and then he gonna whine about the power.
People respond differently to different situations.
That boy is a dog now. That's all I gotta say.
Shit, he ain't dog walking nobody. I bet Gon would dog walk him.
No.
What, bro?
Stop it.
No,
Absolutely
bro.
not.
Oh, that's funny.
We love going, but that's not happening.
Going on. Oh, yeah, it's not.
I just peeped the shirt she was wearing. I didn't even notice that at first.
Yes, sir. Shout out Hunter.
All right, now my fourth show. It's the goat of anime. I'm gonna tell them to watch AOT. Here's why. Now they've seen those first 3 animes. You get into the best storyline anime, probably the best characters to follow, and I will tell them straight up when they go to watch it. I'll be like, this is the best anime you will ever watch. So from here on out, now you've seen 3 little starter packs. Now you're gonna have the best one ever. Now from here on out, whenever you watch other animes, you can compare it to that and say, was this somewhat close to AOT or was it nowhere close to AOT? And then that'll help you determine from then what are good animes, what are not.
I feel like that is very hard to do, and here's why. Because yes, you could compare them, but I think there are so many different animes. There's so many different styles, and they all are good at different things. Like it's hard to compare if they don't share something in common. Because like you can't compare like a lot of the animes we kind of like suggested are really good, but like none of them you could compare. Like we can't compare AOT to Hunter x Hunter.
I'm not saying
It's
like
just
compare like the people and everything. I'm just like talking like big broad spectrum. Wow,
Story.
big broad spectrum. Like yeah, like did
uh,
this anime have as good as a storyline? Like something that was like good to follow, something you wanted to continually watch compared like to this. Did you see the character development in the main character in this show as much as you did in AOT? Like more like stuff like that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do my fifth one right now. I'm gonna mess up the order a little bit, just cause my fifth one. Since you're the last person, I'm gonna mess it up and continue off of Brandon because my fifth one is Attack on Titan, and I feel like yes, we watched everything. We got a little taste of everything. Comedy, fun, action. Uh, with Death Note, with the plot twist and all that, we got a little taste of everything before leading up to Attack on Titan. Like Bishao said, like this anime, this is the one anime where like I was always in the dark. I have no idea what was going on. I was guessing. I was making theories. I'm like, I wanted to know more and more of what was going on. Like it had me engaged, like completely engaged. I've been engaged, but this had me like fully engaged into what I was watching because you had to be to figure out what was going on. And I feel like at number 5, it's a good spot to put it to where okay, anime is not bad. You know, watch anime like this is actually pretty good. It's like that's going to like put the cherry on top. It's like okay, I think I like anime now. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the perfect
it's
spot for it to be, in my personal opinion.
crazy.
That's
I feel
fair.
like that is fair, but I just feel like because the story is like so good, like I just wouldn't want to suggest that super early on to somebody that's like trying to get into it. Because then it's like
I feel you,
it's
but
just
honestly, I wouldn't
it's so
say
tough. But like I get what you're saying though. Like it makes sense to kind of suggest that to going into like these bigger, longer kind of like animes. But then also too, if I did have to throw in a fifth suggestion of an anime to watch, I think I would go with a newer one, and I would go with like Jujutsu Kaisen or something like that, where now you're getting into like good characters. Cause like Jujutsu, I like that season 2 drop. I'm on it because I want to see what this man Gojo about. Like you have, like it's just crazy to look at all these different animes too. Because it's just like Jujutsu Kaisen, you got Gojo. This man looked like he's the most unbeatable character you've ever seen, and it's just like it just draws your interest more to want to like see more of him. Like even with Attack on Titan, it's just like even like from the very first episode, is boom, you're jumping straight into action, and it catches your attention,
Big
and
facts.
you're like, bro, what just happened? And then like you just don't know what's going on. And it's like even with like Hunter x Hunter, it kind of like takes a little while, but then like it's kind of like more of the characters you meet in Hunter x Hunter. It's just like, dang, this shit look like this is crazy. Like when you meet Killua, bro. Like I remember first seeing Killua and then seeing what he can do. Like I was like, dang, bro. Like I want to see more of his story. And then like you kind of see him and Gon interact, and it's just like it's just a lot of build up too. That's just like it's crazy to think about. That's why that's anime is just so good, bro. We haven't even gotten into like the actual lessons you learn in anime, just the characters and the character development. Come on, oh.
so. You put Jujutsu Kaisen for your number 5.
Yeah, I put Jujutsu
Okay,
Kaisen for
okay,
5.
sure. Valid.
I just want the viewers to know we're not bad at math. We did do 4. We've just been saying 5.
Yeah, we originally only had 4, but Dave threw in the 5th, so I threw in the 5th.
Wait,
I just feel like
what was Dave's 5?
Dave's 5th was a Attack on
I
Titan.
could have
Attack on
sworn we were
Titan.
supposed to do 5.
No, I'm saying what all 5 were. I only heard. We only did 4 rounds.
But I went
David,
further.
he
yeah,
said,
I skipped ahead.
He skipped
I,
ahead.
I thought we were doing 5. Hey, oh well. Oh well. All right.
Nah, it's cool though.
No, it's true.
I
Yeah.
truthfully, I was actually kind of surprised that we all had different, I guess, some different, but some same animes.
All in
So
different
clearly
orders
that
though.
shows, yeah, and different orders. So clearly that shows the animes that we've all said that overlapped. Go watch them, because clearly if we all saying that they're
Yeah.
good, obviously they're good. Go watch them. And I mean, everybody has different tastes. Like there are so many other different animes that like you can get into. Um, there's like slice of life, which is more of like life, I guess. Like you actually see the characters like doing things like eating, cooking, like type stuff like that. Um, Suggested like Death Note. Like Death Note's really one with the character that's kind of like smart. You get that more deep thinking type of side of things. Code Geass, which is kind of mentioned earlier, that's another one where you got a character with deep thinking that's super smart.
There's another one out there. They ruined it. The Promised Neverland. Kind of got a character that reminds me of Killua in a way. Dave, what's his name?
Norman.
Norman. Yes, sir.
You got
Genius.
you got the sports animes, and you know what I'm saying. Um, those ones I haven't really got into those, but I do kind of want to get into the sport anime ones. Um, but yeah, I mean it's crazy. You got all different types of animes out there, so wide spectrum, big spectrum at that. But I don't know, man. I would say what's kind of your favorite thing about anime?
It kind of draws you into a different world, bro. I feel like I'm a part of whatever I'm watching. That's why I really enjoy it.
Yeah, because I feel like unlike like American cartoons, that there's nothing. I never feel like there's like a story to follow. Like I always feel like oh, it's just another episode. Like I don't see how they all like correlate together. It's just like we just come up with an idea and we just put it in an episode and then we go on to the next one, and like don't try and tie it together. When you're like watching anime, like there's like a story to follow. Like you have something that you got to try and like figure out, or like there's a mission that you want to see them do or execute. Like I don't know. I think there's just more like in depthness to anime than just like regular American cartoons.
Plus, it's cool, bro. Like they doing cool stuff that you wish you could do. You know what I'm
You
saying?
wish you were a superhuman.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
That's crazy.
kind of jumping off that though. I feel like anime allows you to touch with your inner kid in a way when it comes to like the animations and stuff. Because I mean, there's not many like adult. Well, I guess there is a lot more adult animation stuff nowadays, but this allows you to touch into it. But it's not always like dark comedy, still action stuff like that. So
Bruh.
Bro, and
For me,
like all the anime characters are like superheroes. Like when like with like American cartoons, like anything that has superpowers is like an animal, a vehicle, a monster. Like there's no like regular humans with like superpowers in most like American cartoons. And
but
these
I
you
feel
have
like
like
this because we got like the comics and stuff. We got like MC, like Marvel and DC. But I think like for me, the biggest thing with anime is just like connecting to the characters, bro. There are so many characters in anime that you can connect with. Like you easily can just fall in love with these characters. Like Rock Lee is a big one. Like Naruto, another big one. You got Gon, Killua, characters you can connect with. Uh, I mean, you got Ed, Elric. You know what I'm saying? Eric, you could fall in love with them. So being able to connect to those characters, bro, that's really kind of what draws you to. At least, like in my opinion, I feel like that's one of my favorite things about these animes is that they can just draw you in. You can connect. But I was gonna say something about something that you said. Oh, so would you? Because you was talking about kind of it being like cartoons and stuff. Would y'all consider Avatar: Last Airbender as an anime or a cartoon?
Anime is just Japanese cartoon, but when you actually think about it and look at it, it's kind of like an anime. It's like it gives you the anime vibe. Same with the Boondocks, anime vibe, even though it's made in America or wherever it's made.
I agree with that.
I would consider it an anime.
Yeah, I think you
Just to
could
see.
call it an anime, even though
Like
it
its
does
story
have like
and
that
everything.
cartoon feel, especially once they like made a TV show.
But yeah, no, I mean, bro, anime is just different. It really is. And truthfully,
Gives you a break from reality, bro.
it really do. Truthfully, you just gotta find the anime that you like too. Because like once you find like the style of anime that you like, I mean, you gonna want to watch it,
They have all genres, same as live action, all genres.
bro. Because you know me, I'm all about that action. I need an anime that has action and it's not slow building. If it's slow build, bro, I can't do it.
So that's what I think they switched up nowadays with like the newer gen anime. They made it a little bit more faster paced because people's attention spans aren't at the best anymore.
Bro, I can't, bro. Vinland Saga, I can't do it, Dave. I've been trying. I started it. It might be one that I don't finish.
I understand why.
It's just too slow. But I think that might be all we got. I don't know if anybody else got anything to add as far as anime. Anything else y'all want to throw out there for the people to know about anime?
Just give it a
Sure,
shot.
watch it. Yeah.
You might end up liking it.
Yeah, man, just give it a shot. Because we definitely gonna be talking about it. You know, hopefully we can talk about Attack on Titan in the last basically movie that came out for it. But we got two dub watchers in here taking us a little while.
Have to. Can't help it.
Also, too, if you can watch a sub,
Don't.
like that Sharon guy.
You can watch it subbed. Don't.
You better watch.
Unless you want to read. Unless you want to like read a book.
You better unlock that Sharon guy. They don't know what they're missing, Dave. That's true. That's true. Like tapped attention span. Like you are literally sitting there paying attention. You can't miss a single thing. But we hope y'all enjoyed this episode. It was a good one. Kind of give y'all a little bit into anime. Hopefully, you know, kind of the stuff that we said gets y'all to go check out some of these animes. Give them a shot. You know, at least watch one episode. You know, even if you might not feel like you can sit and watch an entire thing. At least watch one episode of something. There's a lot more animes out there that you can watch as a starter that we didn't even suggest. But you know, hopefully y'all like this episode. Make sure y'all follow us. Make sure y'all like the episode. Make sure y'all share the episode with your friends and family. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure y'all subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. And we'll catch y'all next time. C4 Table Talk out. Deuces.
Peace and love, baby.
See you.
Fast bond.